transition the mic back. Let's play ball, and then I'm out of here.
All right. I think we got it.
Cool.
Right?
I think we got it.
Hold on. Do we have it?
The big one. Thank you so much.
Shit, fuck you. Oh, hi.
Just weight it down.
Oh, right on.
Hold on. Okay. I mute the microphone. That's ready. I want to make sure everyone hears their announcements so they don't have to. It's time for the main event. Oh, you want a ticket? I was gonna say I'll take the whatever copies if you got all the extra ones. What copy do you want me to give them? How many you got? All of them. I know they need one over
Andre,
there.
you ready?
Yeah, throw them the bottom one.
We are ready. We're going to start our championship ceremony. We're ready.
I can take them back.
All right, we're ready.
We're good. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 56th Annual No Glove National 16-inch Softball Tournament Championship Game. It has been another great tournament. The weather has actually been on our side this year. These beautiful evenings spent with friends and family are the memories of a lifetime. And as always, the best of the best in softball has come out, and our fans are the greatest. Thank you all for your continued support at our event. First, let's welcome to the field our Board of Commissioners. Their continued support and voluntary dedication to this event is immeasurable. First, welcome our Board Past President, John Doss, our Board Vice President, Kristen Lyons, our Board Treasurer, Roy Sansoni, and Commissioner, Kathy McDermott. Thank you all for all you do. Next, we want to welcome our staff. Let's hear it one time for the maintenance team. These guys make these fields the best fields. They work days on end to have the field in their best shape for this event. This year's playing games were affected by weather, and the team came out on an additional day. Even after the rain this morning, they were here, bright and early, prepping for the day. So thank you to the maintenance team, led by Superintendent of Buildings and Parks, Andrew Doss, and Parks Foreman, Sam Marino, along with Carl Presto, Larry Buckley, Toby Maxim, Matt Novak, Jax Etler, Adam Garza, Brendan White, Cole Clary, Jackson Clary, Jermaine Shirley, Ethan Briggs, and Kyle Millshofer. Also, thank you to Anthony Izzo and Joe Presto for keeping the park grounds pristine and drinks cold, and for ensuring the food area is producing the best food around. Our recreation team makes sure that this event is planned, organized, and implemented. Thank you to our Superintendent of Recreation, Danette Krajewski, Recreation Supervisor, Ryan Villanova, and Recreation Supervisor, Dominique Mazzulla. Thank you to our co-tournament director, Grace Kenny. Each year, Grace perfects the lineup and makes updates and suggestions and ensures that No Gloves is the best tournament around. Thank you to Joel Zavala for supervising our league and ensuring that our park is safe. to Jackie Iavanelli, our co-tournament director and also the executive director of the Park District of Forest Park, where every day is a walk in the park. Thank you to our business department, who makes sure the business side of this event is running like clockwork, along with organizing our volunteers for this entire event. Thank you to our superintendent of business, Jeff Murphy, and our facility coordinator, Carrie Schlichting, with our business department intern, Micah O'Neill. Thank you to Adam Cumby, our marketing and communication manager, and Donnie Rollins for live streaming the games, along with giving the fans play-by-play of the event. We would also like to recognize village officials and school board members who are in our audience. We want to recognize Larry Pikars, the past tournament director. We also want to recognize Matt Walsh, past park board commissioner. Thank you to our Park District part-time staff, including our summer camp counselors, lifeguards, roof staff, pool, and office frontline staff. They are what make this park operate. Most importantly, thank you to all the volunteers. Over 100 volunteers with over 50 hours of time to make this event what it is. We could not do this event without them. The Park District hosts this amazing tournament. 56 years of success, the longest running softball tournament. And now we want to introduce the Honorable Joe Burns and his lovely wife Sandy. They were both part of the initial group of volunteers in 1993 when the Board of Commissioners took over the food and beverage areas along with selling merchandise. Joe has been on the grill every night and throughout the weekend ever since. Sandy has sold countless tickets and t-shirts. She wears several hats. At the 50th anniversary of the tournament, she also made 2 beautiful quilts incorporating every t-shirt. Joe served on the Park District Board of Commissioners for 8 years, along with 8 years on the Village Board of Commissioners. Joe was also a Forest Park police officer for over 28 years. Sandy continues to assist with events and activities throughout the park and community of Forest Park. To this day, each morning, Joe arrives at the park to ensure the park is ready for patrons to enjoy. Thank you to both for all you do for this tournament, this park district, and this community. Everyone, please rise for the national anthem. We would like to introduce Calvin Francis to sing our national anthem. We'll have enough.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly strewn, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And now we got Flashback. We got 45's. There's one more thing to do. Let's play ball.
I've never shadowboxed in my life. I had to there. I had to there.
It's time!
Well, you heard our guy Andre Stewart correctly in the pregame. It is time. Let's play ball. A whole year worth of softball, all these nights grinding, all these weekend tournaments. It all comes down to this, the Super Bowl of softball. A rematch from last year's championship game, Flashback versus 45's. Flashback, the home team, the reigning champions. Defensively for them, it'll be Russ, Mykowski, and Dispenza in the outfield. As we're finishing up, chatting right now with the managers from both teams. Happy to have you with us here on this beautiful Sunday, I guess Sunday at night now. It's 5 o'clock. Took us a while to get here, but get here we did. So the rest of the defense will be I believe Pish at third, Iggy at short, Vito at short center, Meyer at second, Stacy at first, Moji on the mound, and Manzella behind the dish. For 45's defensively, it's going to be Anthony, PJ, Nate, and Vince. Then Jeff, Chris, Adam, Danny, Joe, Izzy, and Chuck. So the sun is out. The skies are clear. We are all ready to go. And here is first pitch of the championship game. There's a strike from Moji. That one misses deep. Happy to have you all with us. Park District of Forest Park, Illinois, the 56th annual No Glove Nationals. As that one hit into center, Smykowski down to a knee, makes the catch for out number one. It's been a long 4 days, 5 days if you count the play-in, 6 days if you count the start of the play-in on Tuesday, and then the continuation of the play-in on Wednesday. So it has been softball central here at the Park District of Forest Park. So PJ Rains up to bat with one out, hits this one into left. Russ backpedaling, makes the catch for out number two. Carlos with the hat check. I usually get sock checked, very rarely hat checked, but Carlos, I'm wearing the same one, brother. Got to get that tourney magic on it. So Nate Mercado up with 2 outs. We'll get through both teams' journey through the bracket here in a second. We'll start with Flashback because that one is just a direct trip down the right of the bracket. That one flipped over Stacy's head, foul. So Flashback had a Friday night game against Iron. They won. Then they defeated March in a really great game that we had streaming. Also beat Signature and then 45's to get to this game. So they've beaten 45's once today already. For the 45's, their first round matchup was against Whale. Then they beat Hex and Circus, lost to Flash, had to go back down and play against Signature to get back into this game. So not a terrible route to get there. Neither team playing too many games versus a lot of the teams playing early all morning. As that one hit up the middle, high hop to Vito, fires it over Stacy's head. Meyer on the backup. Good backup from Mike Meyer there. Otherwise, Mercado probably at second. Vito took it on the high hop, looked a little surprised on the hop. Threw it a little bit wide of first base. Stacy tall, but unfortunately not that tall. So runner on first here for Vince. Yeah, Carlos, since my first tournament in 2021, I wear the hat for the weekend of the tourney, and then it gets retired to a shelf on my desk or up above my desk in the office for the memes. Vince hits this one high into center. Smykowski under, starts the inning with a catch, ends the inning with a catch. 4 up. Single after 2 erased on the flyout from Vince. Nothing doing for 45's in the first. We head to the bottom one. So here for Flashback offensively, it's going to be Kearns, Dispenza, Smykowski, then Manzella, Pish, Iggy, Iovino, Stacy, Russ, Meyer, and Moji. Defensively for 45, Sanchez in left, Chuck in center, PJ in right, Jeff at third, Nate at short, Joe in short center, Danny over at second, Adam Haas over at first. Izzy on the mound, and then Vince behind the plate. That one hit right back to Izzy. Put it in your pocket. Throw to first. So 1 down. We've got some more folks checking in. Of course, our Twitch mob been tuned in all day with me. It has been a blast. Thank you for joining us. We've also got Carlos, as I mentioned, Russ, Richard checking in, loving the tunes in between the innings. That one high into center field, caught. So 2 down. Yeah, I've got way too many songs in that folder, but it's just a push of a random button, and I'm glad that you're enjoying whatever the old Stream Deck algorithm decided to play. That one illegal. You'll notice umps at all 4 bases. That one over to short. Mercado in the hole. Picks it up, but no chance at a throw to first. So 2-out single there from Justin Smykowski brings Mike Manzella to the plate. Ooh, it hit us with a little Fleetwood Mac. That's nice. Yeah, I get a report in the morning of what songs I played, but that's about it. So 1-1 here to Manzella. That one just past the outstretched arm of Mercado. Smykowski hustling around second into third. Good base running there from Justin. Sets up first and third. And you're hearing the flashback side erupt just a little bit. Here's Joe Piscitelli, and it sounds like his biggest fan over to our left says, "Dad, get a hit right here." Understands the importance of the situation. Takes a strike there from Izzy. That one a bit too high. Pish hits that one up the middle right to Izzy. Stares him down, stops him in his tracks. 2 base runners after 2 outs. He raced on the Pish. Ground out back to the pitcher after 1, all tied up at 0. John checking in over on YouTube once again. Thank you for bringing us this championship game. Hey, John, thank you for joining us all weekend. Feel almost like a bartender for softball up here in the booth when we're talking 16-inch softball, so glad to have my regulars come in night after night, game after game. While I may not be able to serve you the good stuff, at least serving you the best 16-inch softball around, as we've got Mastari, Lentin, and Haas coming up here. That knuckleball holds inside on Moji. Jeff hits that one into right center, tailing away from Justin. He does get it on a hop, gets it in quickly. Masari with a lead-off double. Here's Chris Lentin. You can see the people fence in the outfield, all of the tents. We weren't live as it happened as the last game ended over on field 2 and here on field 1, but it is a mad dash to get to the line. Chris rolls that one over to Stacy, stays down on it, secures it over at 1, so Chris moves the runner over to third. So Haas, who had one of the big blows in the last game against Signature, a deep drive down the right field line, just stayed in fair by about a foot. Carried back, 2 RBI triple for the big first baseman. High fly ball into right. This time there's going to be a tag. Dispenza with the catch, fires it in well offline, pulls Manzella up. Dispenza with a very good arm in right field, just pulled that one a bit too far down the third base line. Allows the runner to come in and score, and 45's shoots first. So Danny Villarreal up here. Gene joining us once again from Florida. Danny hits that to the left side, pitch under a few steps to the right of the foul line for out number 3. So 45 shoot first in the top of the second. They're up 1-0. Flashback coming up. So bottom 2 here, it's going to be Iggy, Iovino, and Stacy. Down 1-0 right now. The good doctor, Peoria Matt, checking in on Twitch. Now the games can begin. I believe when I did the 27-game perfect game run, he was there for just about all 27. Might have fallen asleep for a few, but the audio was playing, so we'll count it. Just for posterity. Iggy hits that one up the middle to Joe. A couple steps, throws wide. Took a few chop steps to get up to that ball. Tried to time it up and then looked like he rushed his throw just a bit. So Iggy down to first safe. Here's Vito Iovino. Looks like Butter able to join us after the slow games we had earlier. Pushed the championship game back by quite a bit, so able to end his beer and golf to join us for 16-inch softball. Iggy over to third, Vito over to first. A big single there puts the runner in scoring position here for Anthony Stacy. So big opportunity here for Stacy. Obviously a sac fly gets you the run, but an opportunity to do so much more. Hits that to the right side. The throw goes to second. They get Vito over there. Anthony reaches on the fielder's choice, but most importantly, this one's all tied up at 1. Ryan Russ steps in. It's funny, we've talked about the weather so much. Usually a contingent of park employees up here in the booth with us by Championship Series because it's just a little less hot without the sun, but today, nobody. They're all sitting in the shade, enjoying the cool breeze down on field level. Beautiful day to be out here at the park as Izzy knocks it down, throws to second. They get the lead runner. So good job by Izzy sticking with it there. Could think of much worse places to be than sitting in our beautiful park district of Forest Park campus watching 16-inch softball right now in the shade with a cold summer shandy and a beer, or in a hot dog. Sorry, summer shandy is a beer. It's been a long day. So Mike Meyer here, 2 outs, runner on first still. I'll have to get a beer delivery up here to straighten things out. Thumbs up from Joel. I think he's picking up what I'm putting down. Of course, thank you to Joel for taking the pictures of the pregame ceremony over on the field that we were able to bring to you live. Flashback unhappy with that call. That one lands perfect to Meyer. Russ running, that one grounded up the middle. Danny with it, Mike hustling down. Haas holds the bag, gets time with Russ moving over to third. So they're able to get the run. They were calling time. I think they thought there was only an out, but not sure if they're going to try to appeal. We're going to take a music break and see what happens over at first. But Flashback coming out to the field to warm up. So Meyer will be out number 3. We'll get everything sorted out as we head to the top of the third. So top of the third here, 45's coming up. It's Joe, Izzy, and Chuck. That's what I like to hear. Richard Shankin. How about the middle of nowhere, Tennessee? No internet or TV yet. All the greatest sport ever right here. That's the great thing about 16-inch softball. I mean, it started up with a rolled-up boxing glove that was heavily taped. Now it's here. You just need a bat and a ball. Everyone can play. That one high into left field. Russ over in foul territory makes the catch. There's a strike. Izzy hits that one easy up the middle, just past Vito. Finds that open spot up the middle for a 1-out single. So Chuck Regalado stepping in here. 1 out, 1 on. So Chuck unhappy with himself there. Flies out for out number 2. Back to the top of the order. Anthony Sanchez, 2 down. 1-1 in the third. Top 3. What we'll likely do, just to kind of forecast the plan after the game, once we get our winner of the game, or if it's a 2-game series, we shall see. We'll do our interviews offline. I know we had a couple of no words last year in the post game, so we'll record that one and make sure to get it cut for our end of tourney video. Pop it on the socials, just in case we need to hit any type of bleep buttons. So Moji to Sanchez there. That one a little bit lower on the 12-6 arc. Out of play to the left side. Of course, after this, and I believe our A-League playoffs on Tuesday, we should be jumping into our softball field renovation project. Our fearless leader, Jackie Iavanelli, in addition to all of the pocket parks that we've been renovating around Forest Park, as Sanchez rolls that one up to the middle, right through the hands of Vito. Izzy's going to hold at second. But in addition to the pocket parks, we're also taking care of some stuff here at home. The field's in need of some tender, loving care. So we're going to tear everything up, get it rebuilt, all nice. Make sure it can drain. That's kind of the important issue. But some big plans for this softball field complex area here over on the west side of our park. That one misses deep. That one lands well from Moji. That one up the middle, just past Izzy, or Iggy, sorry, Izzy around third, chugging. He's going to score to break the tie. Anthony over to third. PJ with a big RBI single, gets 45 back on top. Yeah, surprisingly haven't had to do that one too much yet, so the Iggy Izzy got me there. So Mercado here with 2 outs. Knuckleball there from Moji, back through him and Vito's hands. Anthony in to score. The throw cut off towards 3. PJ down. He is in first and third now. 45's with a 2-run lead. So Vince, the catcher, up here. Mercado on first, Reigns on third. Vince takes a ball off the plate. Love just seeing swaths of jerseys in the outfield. I can see Whale, Fat Kids out there in the outfield, entire teams. That one over to second. Meyer down to a knee, throws to first, gets him for out number 3, but 2 across for 45's. They retake the lead. We head to the bottom of the third with Flashback chasing 2. Spinning around the bases like a record there in the top of the third. They've got a 2-run lead, but Flashback is going to have Julian Gutierrez hitting for Moji here. That's been the move for Flashback so far this weekend, and then back to the top with Kearns and Dispenza. There's another one, 45's in the groove. Yeah, looking very tough right now, playing really well. Of course, Flashback with a little wiggle room being the winning team in this matchup. So should this one not work out in their favor, they'll get a game 2. Julian hits that one into left. Sanchez lets it fall. High hop, hard throw into second. An errant throw skips away. Sanchez put a little extra something on that one. Absolutely airmailed his entire middle infield to the left of Adam Haas. That one skips off the fence, and Julian standing at second. So that's one of those, taking advantage of a mental mistake there. Veli over on Twitch. It's been a great tournament this week. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been really cool seeing some of these teams show out. The A teams have really, I think, opened a lot of eyes from a skill perspective. You know, seeing Fat Kids make it this far, play this well, Whale as well. We've seen a lot of the A teams make some noise, hold in tough against some of the harder teams in this tournament. So a great showing top to bottom here in the tournament. Also, good point here from the gray area. 3-1, definitely not a big enough lead. That one over to Jeff Kearns, over to first. He's safe. As soon as that one started hopping slowly, you knew Kearns had a chance. He's got great wheels down the line, so Julian holds at second. They've got runners on first and second here with nobody out. 2, 3, 4 waiting in the wings. Yeah, Fat Kids was a great story. That one hit over to second. Throw goes to second. Backdoor throw to third to try to get Julian napping, but he's going to hold there, so they do get the runner at 2. Runner replaces him at first. First and third here with one out, but yeah, they were giving me some guff after their game, after they were eliminated. Said, you didn't even pick us, man. So I said, hey, I've been eating crow all weekend long. Still not full. That one just caught the tip. That one from Justin in to right. Big turnaround, second for Dispenza. PJ throws to second, so first and third still. 1 run deficit for Flashback. Yeah, Shooters, Whale, Fat Kids all look good this tournament. Of course, Whale and Fat Kids A teams playing up. Shooters, at least in our Monday, Wednesday league, struggling a little bit, but really came out and won some big games. They had some offensive explosions, were a lot of fun down there. Got to get some good pictures and chat with some of the guys during one of their games yesterday. So Manzella here, first and third, 1 out still. Umpire telling him to relax, questioning every call. Mike hits that one high into center field. Chuck with it, coming in on the throw, momentum coming through. Izzy cuts it as that throw just a bit to the right of home, so runner goes to second, runner scores. 2 outs, we're all knotted up at 3 once again. Yeah, gray area. I had Meatball City as well in that first round matchup. Probably could have told you I'm bad at the predicting game, though. So 2 down here. Pichatelli up. Hits that one over to Haas. Haas secures it for out number 3, but 2 across for Flash ties this one up at 3.
Leading off on the 45's, in the top of the 4th, the third baseman, number 13, Jeff Mustari.
So top 4 here, it's going to be Jeff Mustari, Chris Lentine, and Adam Haas. Jeff hits that one up the middle, eats Vito up. Can't make the play, so runner on first here. Memo Morales checking in over on YouTube. Yeah, Iron, another team that I think opened a lot of eyes this weekend. Very young team, but very skilled. Almost upset Flashback in their first matchup. There's a strike to Lentine. Turns on that one right at Stacy. Stacy can't make the catch. Tags Jeff, steps on first. That's a double play. Little oopsie from Anthony Stacy, still able to get out of it with a double play there. That one hit hard at him, dropped it, but able to recover. Jeff breaking back to first as he thought Anthony was going to catch it.
Now batting in first base number 26, Adam Hawks, 2 outs.
45's coach mad about that one, arguing that Stacy dropped it on purpose. Could make that argument, but that one hit extremely hard. We've seen several of those balls drop this weekend, so not as egregious as some of them. But 2 down. Haas here looking to keep the inning alive for 45's. That one up the middle to Vito. Vito down to a knee. That one eats him up, and it has been a rough go early on for Vito Iovino.
Now batting in the second baseman number 85, Danny Del Rio, 2 outs.
So 2 down, runner on first. That one hit into right. Dispenza over, makes the catch for out number 3. So a double play, a single, and then a fly out to end it. So we head to the bottom of the 4th, all tied up at 3. So here, bottom 4, it's going to be Iggy, Iovino, and Stacy for Flashback. Of course, if you want to see pictures from this weekend, we've got pictures from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday up on our Facebook page at No Glove Nationals and at PDOFP. You can see the original album over on the PDOFP page. We'll have today's pictures and video for you tomorrow. As Iggy hits that one over to Joe. Joe throws to first, and Iggy Ardo's the first out.
Now batting in the short center number 21, Vito Iovino.
So Vito steps in, probably looking to make up for some of those frustrations defensively with a swing of a bat here. There's a strike to Vito. Hits that one over to short. Nate across, throws to first. Haas secures it, so 2 down.
Now batting in first baseman number 8, Anthony Stacy,
So Anthony Stacy here.
2 outs.
Yeah, nice toss across Mercado. One of the better ones to do it. Is that one foul to the left side? Always enjoy seeing a foul ball go out of play and it lands next to a dude double fisting some tournament mugs. That's 40 ounces of fun right there, brother. So Stacy takes a strike, takes a time, dissatisfied with the resolution on that one. Illegal pitch, just a bit too high. That one into center. Stacy with a 2-out single. So 2 outs, runner on first, 3-3 here in the 4th. Game 1 of our potential championship series, but championship game 1, we will have an if game if 45's can secure the victory here. Ever since I've started working here, it's always been a full series, so we'll see if we can end that tradition today. I'm not one for tradition, so we'll just toss that one out the window. Russ hits that one into right. PJ took a step in, then ranges back to make the catch for out number 3. So nothing doing there for 45. Still tied up at 3. We head to the top of the 5th. So top of the 5th we go. This one is Toit Like a Toiger. Joe, Izzy, and Chuck, 9, 10, 11. Paulie, Sanchez, and Regalado looking to break the tie. All knotted up at 3. Perfect song to play as the sun is peeking out. You can see the shadows on the field. Almost looks like a Davy Jones shadow. It's a bit of a deep cut reference. If you know, you know. And just like that, the sun goes away. Paulie hits it into center. It hides behind a cloud. Smykowski makes the catch for out number 1. The sun was out about as long as that 15-second clip. The wind starting to pick up as well. 1 out. 3-3 right now. Flashback, the home team. They have the winner's bracket advantage. They only need to win 1 to take this one home. 45's is going to have to double dip if they want to hoist the trophy. That one high into left center. Could it be trouble? Russ in, makes the catch. Good. Last second adjustment. Cradles that one up against the body for out number 2. So 55 for 24. Billy Smith hitting for Chuck Regalado.
Pitching number 55, Billy Smith.
That one lands right in the well. Moji starts him off with a strike. That one stays inside on him. Over to the right side. Meyer with the range, the twist, the throw. Stacy with the stretch for out number 3. Mike Meyer, a nice play ranging to his left. 1, 2, 3 inning for 45's on a nice defensive play from the second baseman and first baseman teaming up.
Pitching number 31, Steph McLaren.
So Steph McLaren pinch hitting here for Mike Meyer, who made that nice play to end the inning. Real clutch. That one grounded over to second. Paulie, the short center fielder, makes the play just in front of Danny for out number 1. Yeah, I forgot to push the clip button there, Matt, so hopefully I can remember my timestamp. I wrote it on my hand, so we'll see how the rest of today goes. Moji takes a strike. That one over to third. Moji hustling down the line. Jeff with a good throw over to first for out number 2.
Now hitting the extra hitter, number 16, Brian Kearns. 12.
Kearns to the left side. Yeah, all this paper is going right in the garbage. None of it's going inside. Things don't really go in this booth and then go into people places. They go in garbage cans. So Kearns up here. 2 outs. Top of the order, though, for Flashback. That one up the middle to Izzy. Gets him for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's like we're doing a delicate dance here in the 5th. Neither team scoring, all tied up at 3. We head to the top of the 6th.
Leading off of the 45's in the top of the 6th, the left fielder, number 16, Anthony Sanchez.
So top 6 here for Anthony Sanchez. Leading off for the 45's, then PJ and Nate. So Sanchez, Raines, and Mercado. That one into center. Sliding, nice catch from Justin Smykowski. Gets his hands under it and makes the catch for out number 1. John, I'm going to try to read your name, but I apologize when I get it very wrong. John Iaconiani, checking in from Florida, says the only game here is 12-inch. Well, hopefully, if we continue to provide the world with softball streams like this, we can bring 16-inch to more people. That one from PJ into center. Smykowski slides again. Great catch. You could hear Manzella at the bottom of the screen with a very loud scream of jubilation. Looked like that one was going to slide right at Smykowski's feet. He made an aggressive slide down to get under that ball. Caught it off the arms. Looked like that one hit him off the biceps, and he was able to squeeze. So 2 down here for Nate. Coach Russ over to our left. Telling Moji he's got to cover some ground. That one hit into right. Big turn around first. Dispenza with a good throw in. Mercado gets back in time, though, so he's got a 2-out single. Peoria Matt with the classic Chicago Sports Radio chat thing. This Smykowski guy, I'll tell you something. He's got the hands made of glue. And then Clarence, our guy, checking in, says best center fielder in the game. He certainly has his name in that discussion, and he has shown us why every single stream we've done so far here in this tournament. Smykowski playing phenomenal center field. It is a great Chicago name, too. Justin Smykowski. Smoked by Smykowski. So Vince hits that one into left center. Russ with it. Nate, hard turn around third. They're sending him. Vito throws it home. Manzella can't come up with it. Nate slides in. Let's see if he's okay. He stayed down on the ground for a second, but he is back up. Mercado scores. Vince standing on second. Huge hit there from Sacy to break the tie once again. Mike Trump checking in over on Facebook says stud. Mike, another guy we got to watch this weekend. Jeff takes a strike there. That one finds the zone. Jeff hits that one into right center. That's going to bring in another run. Jeff hustling into second. The throw comes through. Hustle double and another RBI here for 45's. As we get a timeout from Jibbs. While we're up here, though, since I know she loves attention and everything else, want to give a shout out to our attorney chairs, Grace Kenny, and our executive director, Jackie Iovanelli. They put in a lot of work into making sure all the fine details are combed over and everything goes well. Our fearless leaders on Tourney Week, they've done an awesome job. Spaghetti asks, any relation with Mike Myers on Flash and Michael Myers, the killer in Halloween? I feel like when we used to run in high school, he used to chase us, so that would track. Steve Burke, the advice I think he's given, probably keep pitching your game, keep doing your thing. They've been able to neutralize him pretty well so far, able to get Lentine to fly out to left there, so 2 across for 45's in the top of the 6. To the bottom of the 6 we go. Flashback chasing 2. But yeah, as far as advice to your question, Steve, I don't really know if there's much advice you need to give to a pitcher like Moji. I think you just go out there, give him a breather for a second. Things have been moving pretty quickly here in this inning. A couple well-placed balls from 45's in that inning. So Dispenza hits this one into left center, knocked down. Sanchez trips over Chuck. Danny's got a leadoff double. Plus, you can imagine that he was out there saying, hey, we're Flashback, man. It's 2 runs. Just throw strikes, get out of this, and let's roll. So Dean Pritt checking in all the way from Elmwood Park, Illinois. I'm so used to you watching from the Hall of Fame. This one throws me a little bit. Spaghetti, I was thinking the same thing. That one into left center. Dispenza's going to be sent home. Sanchez throws to the pitcher. Smykowski getting it done with the bat and the hands. An RBI single there cuts the deficit to 1. So Mans here takes a ball. Yep, that time the throw from Sanchez, good observation, Hawk, went to the cutoff man right in the middle of the field, kept the tying run over at first. An errant throw led to the last big run by Flashback as they were able to tie it up. That one for Manzella down the line. It's going to stay fair by a couple feet. Smykowski had to hold just in case. He's standing at third. Runners on second and third now for Flashback on a huge opposite field double from Mike Manzella. Steve, I always joke about it that I used to work out with Manzella over at Export. We used to be workout buddies. He did most of the heavy lifting and I did most of the heavy breathing, but I think it was a pretty good give and take there. So Pish up to bat here. We're going to thank our sponsors here for the tournament in a little bit during Championship Sunday. Actually, we'll do that in between innings or the next time out. We've got a couple great sponsors we want to thank for supporting us at this tournament, helping us make everything possible. As Pish hits that one into left center, that's going to find some grass. Smykowski in to score. Russ in to score. He's down. He's in. He is fired up. Flashback brings two more across the board. Pish standing on second. They retake the lead. It is 6-5. So still nobody out. Coach Russ right now telling Iggy, get him over right now. Get him over. Iggy Ardo hits that one into center just in front of Chuck. Chuck running it in, throws to Izzy on the mound. First and third. They say lightning never strikes twice, but Flashback striking 3 times so far here in the 6th inning. They've got a heavy lead. Opportunity right now. First and third, a whole bunch of momentum on their side. Nobody out, so a very big opportunity now to break this one open. You've kind of seen the swing of energy left to right. One team scores, the air gets sucked out of the one dugout. Another team scores, the air gets sucked out, as you see Pish getting a high five there for his efforts. So first and third, nobody down, 1-run lead. Flashback looking to do much, much more right now, as you can see some of that energy sapping out of this 45's team. Vito thought that was a little high, did not get it. Vito hits that one into center. Chuck over, makes the catch. Pish is going to tag home. First out of the inning, but it brings a run across. 2-run lead now for Flashback. Stacy up here, runner on first, 1 out. Hits that one over to Danny at second. Paulie turns, Stacy beats it out at first, so good hustle by the first baseman to get down the line. 2 down. We're gonna get a runner for Stacy. 0-0 running for 8. There you see JP right on the bottom. It's been a very successful summer of 24 for him, softball-wise. Looking to add the big one to the mantle, 2 years in a row. It would certainly make the t-shirt easy for me because I can just copy-paste last year's winner and just change the year by 1. Both teams on the back of the shirt, though, looking to be the 2024 winner. Russ flies to center on that one, so 3 outs. But Flashback takes the lead. 45's not done yet, though. We head to the top of the 7th. They're down 2, but they've got a lot of firepower in that offense, and it's going to start with Adam Haas and then Danny and Joe. So we want to thank our sponsors real quickly. A+ Cleaning and Maintenance Service. They'll clean out your place, not your wallet. FH Passion, proud sponsor of the best tournament in the country. Hey, we appreciate that. Pete DeJoya and Danny Flanagan for providing all of the fresh produce for this year's event. So we saw a lot of people walking around with some fresh produce on their plates. You can thank Pete and Danny for that. And then, of course, Roberts West Side over in downtown Forest Park on Madison. So thank you to our sponsors for this year. We appreciate all of your support during tourney season, our favorite holiday here in Forest Park. Haas hits that one up the middle. Vito off his back foot, throws across. Stacy can't make the stretch. Shane Lawler, who's a defensive substitution behind the plate, as Russ ran for Manzella. So we're going to get a runner here. Speak of the devil, as we just thanked him for all the fresh produce and making our tummies happy this weekend. Pete checking in over on Facebook. Best weekend of the year. Can't beat it. Immaculate vibes all weekend long here at the Park District of Forest Park. Danny hits that down the right side, foul. Tailing away from Dispenza. So 0-2 here. Knuckleball there, hit over to third. Pish makes the catch. Nice job getting his hands under it. Toppled over, but holds on to the ball for out number one. Joe takes the ball just deep. One on, or one out. That one down the left side, foul. Can Russ get to it? Slides, makes the catch up against the shoulder, and then fires it back into second. Not sure what's more impressive, the catch or the throw. Ryan Russ slid into that one, trapped it up against his shoulder, immediately popped up, turned, and fired a dart over to second. It was a little off, but getting it back into the infield more important at this moment. So keeps the runner over at first. The tying run at the plate. 2 outs. Bo Filkins looking to keep it alive here for the 45's. Hits that over to Pish. Pish can't make the catch. Throws to first. Stacy drops the ball. Bo standing at first. So we've got runners on first and third. A ground ball over to third. The throw just a little bit offline. And a new opportunity here for 45's and Billy Smith. So time out here for Flashback. Jibbs comes out to talk to the boys. 2 down, first and third, tying run on first. So Moji set, Billy Smith trying to keep it alive, hits that to the right side. That's going to tail out of play just behind the scoreboard over near the Dave Novak Memorial. Want to give one more shout out to him before we send this whole thing home. It was a very heavy year for the Forest Park community and the Park District. Glad we got to honor him during the tournament for the pre-tourney ceremony. The tie-dye shirts, the memorial in down the right field line on field 1. As Billy hits that one over Myers' head into right, Dispenza with it, gets it into second quickly. We are not done yet. First and third still with 2 outs. It's 7-6 right now, and Anthony Sanchez has a chance to tie it up.
Now batting in left field, number 16, Anthony Sanchez. 2 outs.
So the 45's leadoff hitter, the right guy to have up in this spot. Yeah, don't start the cars quite yet. Sanchez hits this one to left. Russ chasing it back, makes the catch for out number 3. And Flashback is our back-to-back champions here at the 56th Annual No Glove National 16-inch Softball Tournament at the Park District of Forest Park. What a finish for these 2 teams. So that is our final score in 7. Flashback victorious 7-6. No if game needed. They are your 2024 No Glove Nationals champions. While we let them high five and shake, we'll get the stream all ended before I go down there and interview everyone. We're going to do that offline, though, just because we had a couple no-no words last year, so we're going to make sure to take a little more control of that, but we'll have it up on the socials after everything is done. While we're here, though, I want to thank everyone for joining us all weekend long. We had a whole lot of fun here for the 56th Annual No Glove Nationals Tournament. As you can see, Flashback over to our right, celebrating right now. Big hugs, high fives, and handshakes. Want to give a shout out to our entire tournament crew for everything that they did. We're actually going to keep this all going for our trophy presentation. We'll have our guy Joel down there taking some pictures, so you'll see him while he's up here. Want to thank him for all his help this weekend, as well as Sammy Joe, who's been up here on field 1. Pretty much ran the gauntlet. She was immovable. She was the unstoppable force and the immovable object here in field 1. Want to thank all of our volunteers who spent the weekend with us here at the Park District of Forest Park. We can't do it without all of you. We're glad you all chose to spend your time with us and help. Thank you so much to our staff who put in the time, put in the work. Thank you as well. Most importantly, though, to the men in blue on the field, Flashback, congratulations. We're going to keep the stream rolling up here while I go down there and let them figure everything out. I'm going to go down there with a different phone, different camera. We'll keep the stream and the audio rolling so you can hear the trophy presentation for the MVP and the first and second place team. So I'll be up here in and out. If you're hanging out in the chat, we'll be addressing that as we go. If you're going to leave before the presentation, we want to thank you all for joining us all weekend long here live from the Park District of Forest Park. It was a beautiful weekend. We had a whole lot of fun. So we're going to figure out our MVPs. I'm going to mute the mic so you're not here behind closed doors. We'll give you a peek behind the curtain later, but we're going to figure out some important business first. So we are getting ready to do our trophy presentation right here. 45's are going to take a picture with their trophy, then Flashback, and then our announcement of the MVP. I know we had some people popping names in the chat. This one was a popular one. Like I said, a little peek behind the curtain, but we won't tell you who it is till Sammy Jo makes her announcement. But this year's tournament MVP played well with the bat, came up with some huge catches for this Flashback team, played good defense as a team as a whole. So we'll get through our So now, as we have 45's to our right with their trophy, we'll get the Flashback contingent coming up here in a minute. We'll be talking to all them. I'm sure they're going to be keeping the beer tent open for quite a while. Over to our left, last year I think we stayed here until it was tomorrow as well. So as we wait, all the T's are dotted and the lower, or T's are crossed, lowercase j's are dotted. So Flash is going to come in and take their picture. So Jibbs gets the trophy there. Big hug for Grace. Grace and Jackie right there talking with Jeff Jibbs Hernandez, giving them a shout out, our tourney directors. We've got the entire Flashback team in front of us. So Grace is going to put it in front of them. We get the celebration right in front of us. Celebratory kiss for Grace and Jibbs. Grace always throws curveballs. Just when you think you know Grace, you never know, never know. So congratulations to Flashback right here, right below us. They take their picture, and then we will get the MVP presentation. I like that. Instead of saying cheese on 3, they say calling off work on 3. Amen. So you can see our young Flashback fans carrying the trophy around right now. So they're doing a first-timers picture real quick here with Flashback with the trophy. So congratulations to Flashback center fielder Justin Smykowski. As you might have heard Sammy Joe say, 3 for 3, 2 RBIs in the final, 2 massive catches in the outfield to save a couple runs. He was all over the place in center field. It was a huge showing from number 19 in baby blue, but a huge showing from the entire Flashback team. They struck their way through the winner's bracket, find themselves with a 1-game victory in our championship series, sending everyone home happy. To our left, the Flashback contingent still on the field, extremely happy. Want to thank you all for joining us here all weekend long, live from the Park District of Forest Park. It's been an awesome weekend. I've genuinely enjoyed hanging out with all of you this weekend over on our stream. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for enjoying the game of 16-inch softball. And hey, I don't know when our next stream's going to be, but I'll see you when I see you. Thank you for joining us live from the Park District of Forest Park. Have a great night, everybody.